Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I is
Yes, it's
JP.
Weeknights. The vibes are right. Sorry.
It's okay.
Because I could really move my shoulders now. I mean, my lower half is still struggling. You notice how I move my shoulders and not the rest of my body? I could do that now, but I just listen. All I want to do is dance. You ever want to do something you really can't do?
All the
Because
time.
All right.
Weekend.
Listen, the reason I say it is because listen, after having an operation.
Right.
And you got to recover, you realize that there's certain things you can't do. Now I can move my shoulders, let me see you bounce right to left and let your shoulder lean, okay? you know you feel me? Let's start the pod.
Okay.
Sorry, you're JD and I'm Dash.
So,
I was just trying to help.
yep. So I'm really excited about this topic. We've known for a while that Beanie Siegel wanted to use AI to help
Hmm.
give him his voice back in the sense that in the way we were used to hearing him back
Yes.
in the days. Back
Yes.
in the days. And
Hmm.
so we know he had some illness issues and some surgeries, and his voice is not the same. But he is able to use AI to restore his voice to how it sounds in post production, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And so we have finally heard about it. We've heard about it for a long time, his desire to do so, but we finally heard what it will
Yeah.
sound like. He dropped a verse on a song called Motion Picture with an artist named D Jones. I can't play it,
Yeah.
but man, it sounds good.
It sounds
Sounds
good.
it sounds like Beanie
It
Beanie.
sounds like him. This is how you use AI for good.
Yes, yes.
It took me back to the Beatles documentary that Disney did a while back, where they used
AI.
uh, was it Paul McCartney? No, sorry,
Um,
I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know all the Beatles names, but they used one of the Beatles. They were able to use AI to use his voice to finish a song that they had been working on many years
well,
prior.
actually, they were able to use AI to strip all of the components of a demo he created. And then they were able, because they were able to separate all of those things using AI, they were then able to complete the song.
Yeah,
That's what it was. So they didn't use his voice. His voice was already there.
his voice was
They
already there.
still
Okay.
they were able to separate all the things that were going on in the demo, and then they were able to go in there and recreate the song, finish the song.
My bad. I messed up.
Listen, that's why it's two of us here. I got your back.
Right. Right. Thank you. But it did remind me of that. I just feel like that's how you do it. This is let's use it for good and not for evil or not for things that we don't actually need.
For putting
This
Jim Jones' face on Nas album covers, even though that was
that
hilarious.
was funny. That was funny. And honestly, Jim Jones asked for it. So it's you
They did.
know, um ooh, I was gonna make a joke that I can't make. So
Careful, careful now. Careful,
immediately canceled. So
careful now.
I'll tell you
Careful.
after. But I thought this was great. I love Beanie Siegel. I think everybody knows that I've been a big Rockefeller fan from the whole crew. I saw Beanie Siegel perform a couple years ago, and yeah, he does sound different now. It's still Beanie Siegel, so it's like
Yeah,
if
but
you're a fan.
he sounds like whispers.
He does, but what I'm saying is, if you're a fan, you still appreciate him for being there and making the effort and trying.
Right.
It's just that it isn't the same.
Right.
as it used to be. And that was the thing that was kind of not, I wasn't disappointed by it, but I was sad because it's like, this was his livelihood at one point. So of course, I I think the fact that he's wanting to still make music and wanting to use this technology to continue to use his voice, I think it's great. And I like that. I like that he's around to approve this, and encourage and be a part of it. And some people don't get that opportunity. So,
Right. And
like you said, it sounds
I was
good.
looking for a pen, but there's no pen near me. I was gonna say, and his pen still works.
Oh, absolutely. He sounds great. There was there was no question about. Like he delivered. He did deliver. And it really does sound like him.
Yes. So I'm very happy, and I'm looking forward to whatever comes next. A mixtape, an EP, an album. I can't wait.
Yeah, give it to
So
us.
facts. All right. Well, let's move on to not so happy news. Weird news.
Uh,
Uh, so I guess we start with Meg. So
okay.
academics posted an update, but it's also on other websites. Um, so I'll just read what this says. It says Megan Thee Stallion and Rock Nation cannot dismiss cameraman's lawsuit over alleged car sex incident. A federal judge says the salacious lawsuit sets forth adequate discrimination and retaliation claims and can move forward. So that's what the update is. And academics posted that along with an explanation or more context, however you want to look at it.
Mhm.
It says here in academics post, the judge has denied Rock Nation and Megan Thee Stallion motion to dismiss a lawsuit where her homosexual cameraman claims the twerker forced him to watch her have a freak off car sex with a woman inside a moving car while on tour in Ibiza, Spain in 2022. I am reading. These
Did
are
they
not
really
my
call it a
words.
freak off?
Yes, these are that no academic. This is academics post that I'm reading.
He
These are not
really
my words.
he really called it a freak off.
He did.
I
He
can't
also
stand
says
ignorance.
Judge Woods says the cameraman, who is gay, quote, plausibly pleads that the alleged sexual encounter in the SUV in Ibiza created a hostile work environment based on plaintiff's sexual orientation.
Excuse me. Um,
So this is something that we knew about a while ago.
yeah, we had talked about it.
It's a harassment suit basically,
Hmm.
from the cameraman, photographer, however you want to word it.
Hmm.
And so the update is that it will be moving forward. It can move forward. So that's the update. That's where this conversation starts. Um, so I think it's interesting that the judge is allowing this to move forward. I can see
Hmm.
why the judge is allowing it to move forward. Um, it and it's interesting to me that this happened in Spain, but will be dealt with in America. My understanding is the reason for that is because it was an American business, and both people are from America, even though it happened overseas.
Yeah, and the lawsuit is an employment claim. It's not. It's
Right.
not just a sex. It's not technically a sexual harassment claim. So,
It's a sexual harassment work complaint.
well, right, but the only reason I say that is because according to Megan Thee Stallion's attorneys, this is coming from Yahoo Entertainment. One of Alex Spiro. was quoted saying, "This is an employment claim for money with no sexual harassment claim filed, and with salacious accusations to attempt to embarrass her. We will deal with this in court." So, I mean, that was him trying to defend Megan Thee Stallion, but um, it's a it's more of like a workplace condition, I guess,
Yeah,
claim, as opposed to this person just harassed me.
right.
Um, so
Yeah,
yeah,
because it happened at work.
right. So
Yeah.
I think that's also why it's in, um, even though they were abroad, it would still be considered
Hmm. Yeah, that's what
U.S.
I was saying. That's my understanding as well.
Yeah.
I think yeah. I don't think you can, do certain things in front of employees.
Yeah.
I understand that in the entertainment industry, there are a lot of gray areas. I don't think that justifies you doing certain things in front of people, or you being unprofessional. I think we still have to maintain a level of consent, a level of professionalism.
Hmm.
And just because someone is your subordinate, I don't think that means you can make them do whatever you want. And so I'm speaking strictly from the legal aspect. This is my understanding of the law. As far as my opinion goes, if you want to fuck somebody in the car, then ask the other person to leave or ask if they're okay with it. It's pretty simple. Assuming that someone is just okay with it is never good. Assuming in sexual situations is usually not good. My belief is that you need to ask questions and for consent multiple times throughout these types of encounters. Because if Dash is in the car and I'm going to have sex with someone, it doesn't mean that, well, we do a pod together, so Dash is okay with watching me do this. I shouldn't assume that. And if Dash doesn't want to be there, it's her right to exit the premises.
And consent, and this is why I feel like people don't. People need to be more mindful of what consent is and how consent works, because even if even if it was okay to the person, at some point, if it becomes uncomfortable to that person, they have a right to say, "I'm no longer comfortable with this," in the middle of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Which is why the recommendation is don't do it. Um,
Yeah.
because this was not something this was something that could have been avoided. If
Yeah,
if,
it's just
if
not
this is
smart.
allegedly what if this was something that happened, right? This is all alleged, but if this was
Right.
something that happened, it could have been avoided.
Yeah.
You could have went somewhere
Or you,
else. You could have
or you,
asked
or
them
you
to
could just
remove
wait.
themselves.
You could just wait, right? If you're
Or
that
right,
horny,
that's
you could just be
right.
an adult and wait till you get
And
wherever
wait,
you're going. Because if this is in the moving car, you could just wait. Like, you could just wait a few
yeah,
more minutes until you arrive at your destination. Because actually, while you were talking, I thought about the fact that if we're driving somewhere, maybe you cannot just pull over and let the person out. It might
right.
not be that simple, right? But then
Mhm.
just wait.
Then
You
just
could
wait.
just be you could just be horny a few more minutes.
Yeah, or like it's not worth the stress. It's not worth the lawsuit. It's not worth ruining your good name.
Especially
None
for
of it
car
is
sex. Like car sex,
not comfortable.
I mean, it's cool, but it ain't worth this. Like,
Also, just not comfortable. It's like it's it's fine, but it's
it's not worth this.
right,
Especially moving car sex. Yeah, I wasn't even parked. Anyway, let's keep
right.
it moving.
Hmm.
So the way we found out about this, moving to our next topic, was through Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has been going absolutely bananas online, going at Rock Nation, Megan Thee Stallion, Jay Z, and so Nicki Minaj reposted uh, or commented. No, it looks like reposted. Um, she reposted the academics post that I read and spoke about, and
Yeah.
underneath she wrote, "What was the name of that law again?" With massive amounts of question marks. She said, "Karma's law. Touch not my anointed law. Excuse me. Touch not my anointed law. Vengeance is the Lord's law." Question mark. We give God the glory, and He's only just begun. Have a blessed day if you can. LOL. The blog's posting. And that was her referencing Megan's Law, which Megan Thee Stallion mentioned in his. Um, she said, "These niggas mad at Megan's Law." And so that was Nicki Minaj busting shots at Megan Thee Stallion. But she didn't stop there. She said, "Dear Jay-Z and Deseret, you ruined hip hop. You ruined football. You ruined basketball. You ruined touring. You ruined Instagram. You ruined Twitter. The jig is up. All of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only." She put up this long thing about Jay-Z and Deseret and politics. I'm not going to read that, but there was a rant there.
And
Uh,
Deseret is the Rock Nation CEO, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Just for those
Uh,
who don't know.
she also says, uh, "We've calculated about 100 to 200 million so far. Jay-Z, call me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it, nigga. And anyone still calling him Hove will answer to God for the blasphemy." She also said, "I'm going to use some of the money Jay-Z owes me to send some of my barbs to college, pay their school fees and student loans via my Student of the Game charity." I don't. I've said this before. I don't know what's the end goal here. I don't. I don't know. I don't. I'm not saying she should do this or shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the end goal here, because if you succeed in pissing off Jay-Z and Rock Nation, it can get hard for you to tour. It can get hard for you to do certain things in the industry. Now, I don't know if Jay-Z would do that or not. I also think Nicki Minaj has enough of a fan base to be able to do things independently.
Hmm.
But at the scale that Nicki Minaj is used to doing things, I'm not sure she'll be able to do things at that scale if she keeps this up. So I don't really know what's the goal here. I'm not saying she should do it. I'm not saying she shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I don't understand. Because I don't know what you hope to accomplish. And this is like the third time I've said this on this broadcast
Hmm.
for the last, I don't know, 9 months or something, 10 months or something. Because it was less than a year ago when this started. But with the Rock Nation and Jay-Z stuff, um,
Hmm.
I don't know what she hopes to accomplish. I've said this multiple times. I just don't see the end game. And that's really all I've got. I toss it to you, Dash.
I mean, maybe the I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm
Okay.
indifferent, just like you are. I don't have a "ooh yeah, go Nikki," or "ooh, don't do that." I don't have any of those feelings.
We don't have a horse in this race.
I don't know. I don't.
We don't even know what race it is.
Right. Like
Is it F1? Is it is it
she is
NASCAR?
very right. She is very adamant that this man owes her money. I
Well, she's
she's
saying
very
karmic. She's saying it's a karmic debt.
no, but before she called it karmic debt, she said he owed her money. Like she's been saying he owes her money for a long time. I'm I'm inclined to hear her out. Now, this way, Nobody's hearing anything, right? But I'm inclined to hear her out. Like if Nicki Minaj actually sat down and explained what she's saying, and maybe she has in the past. So forgive me if I'm just forgetting all of the rants. But I'm willing to like hear what Nicki has. It don't got nothing to do with me, but I'm saying if she sat down and really like broke down like this is what this is and that's what that is, then I'm willing to hear that because this woman it seems to truly believe that Jay-Z owes her money. And I know in an industry where a lot of favors are done and you know a lot of things happen and a lot of promises are made and a lot of promises are unmet, I don't think it's far-fetched that somebody in the industry owes her money. However, I don't like you said, like we don't have a dog in this fight. Like we don't we're just kind of bystanders to this. We don't have a whole lot of intel about what is going on here and we never will. Like there's no facts and figures for us to refer to.
Right.
But whenever she says it, I go, she seems pretty upset about this money. You know, and
It's that period, and oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, and then that's the other thing, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, maybe if it was packaged in a different way, it would be easier for me to get there as opposed to just kind of being in the middle on it. Um, but I feel like I don't know. I get frustrated with Nicki when Nicki does this, where she kind of just goes on a rampage and then she'll get quiet for another year and then we'll hear from her again. I don't know if she has something coming. If she's preparing for something. I don't know if she's getting a little anxious because Cardi B's album is coming out soon. I don't know what it is. That's not a shot. That's just like woman or not, rapper or not. There's a lot of that goes on where oh, they about to be looking all the way over there. Everybody's attention is going to be over there.
Right. I need to keep the attention on me.
Let me control the narrative. Let me get in front of this. And I'm not even saying it's not smart. I'm just saying it is. So there is a world in which she knows that it's only about what 8 more weekends before Cardi drops. She's starting to set things up so she could distract us. I don't know. It feels calculated.
I just
Feels
feel like
calculated.
do you not remember what Jay said? Because I remember what Jay said. He said, "Do not bark up that tree. That tree will fall on you." I don't know why your advisors ain't forewarned you.
But she has it out for him. She has it out for him. And again, I am not saying that she shouldn't because again, I don't know what has gone on.
Right, yeah, me either. I'm not saying
But
she shouldn't. I'm not saying I'm mad that she did it. I'm not
yeah,
saying
yeah, I don't
because
think
I'm
you
a
are.
Jay-Z fan, I'm against this. I just don't understand the end game because I mean,
That lady sounds like she want her
a
money.
couple ways, but there's only a couple ways this could go. So that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, I know, and I hear that. I mean, and I know it added fuel to the fire, the stuff with Lil Wayne. Um,
Because there's a lot of layers here, right? There's the
yeah.
stuff with Wayne. There's the stuff with this quote unquote debt. There's the stuff with Meg the Stallion. There's the stuff with Rock Nation. And so, like, there's all of these layers in this cake, if you will.
And that's why I'm
So I
saying
get
like,
it.
yeah,
I
I
understand
think
that part. Go ahead.
I just think Nikki is the same way we saying that Jim Jones is calculated, the same way we saying that Kanye is calculated, and I'm not saying these people are doing the same things and I'm not saying that I view these people the same.
You're
But
just talking about they
the
have
tactics.
these calculated outbursts.
Yes, I think that sometimes it is all a part of a bigger plan. I had someone who knows that I work in the advertising world. I had someone come to me, someone I know was starting a business. And I won't say what kind of business, but the person was starting a business, and they were like, I want to, tap you to like consult me on some of this, some of the marketing, some of the social stuff, whatever. The person said to me, I know that this person is not high profile. This person is not a celebrity or anything like that. As far as I know, if I told you who it was, you wouldn't know who it was. But you know what this person said to me? There is an artist, like a hip hop artist that everybody knows, who has a business just like the one that I'm starting. So my plan is to go online
Talk about that.
and start some shit about this person in order to draw people to my business.
Yeah, I get it. It's a strategy.
So it's strategy. And I thought it was so funny because we see people do this every day. But like to have somebody, come to you and be like, what you think about this? I was like, I won't say what I said to that person, but I think that,
Yeah, don't violate your NDA. You know what I'm saying?
right. But I think that people do absolutely think this way.
Yeah,
And I think that people like a Nicki Minaj, like a Jim Jones, like a Kanye, who have been in this industry for so long, and see, they've been in the industry long enough to know the happy mistakes that happen, right? The things that you do and then it's fruitful, even though you didn't mean it to be. So they're able to today, even more so than before, be even more calculated about their movements and control the narrative. And I
yeah,
think a lot of times that is, in fact, what they are doing. Now, that doesn't mean that Kanye is not a horrible person. That just means that I think that a lot of times he understands what he's doing, and I think that's the same thing with Nicki. I think Nicki knows what better time.
yeah.
It's also summer. She don't have no heat right now playing. She got it. And Nicki is good for a summer record. This is her summer record, as far as I'm concerned. So
Ladies and
that's my two
gentlemen,
cents.
this has been Weeknights. Thank
Aren't
you
y'all
for
glad I'm
being
back?
here. Yep, I am. I show is. I show is, boss.
Bye.